Hello, my name's Dave and welcome to Produce at Home. So today I find myself in the unfortunate position where my keyboard stand is pretty much collapsed and it's about to go totally on the floor. So I've had to replace it, and the stand that I've got, the X stand, which I'll show you in a moment, is still being sold by many different companies all over the internet, on Amazon, places like that. They're still using this design. So yes, I will be reviewing my new keyboard stand, which is the RockJam Z-frame heavy duty keyboard stand. Cost me about £48 and I got it from Amazon. But I thought, to help you guys out and to make sure you don't make the same mistake as I did, I'll show you exactly what's happened with my my old X stand. The keyboard I've got, it's an S88 Native Instruments keyboard. It's not heavy at all. The keyboard I had before this was 6 times heavier than this keyboard. You can pick it up with one hand really, even though it's quite a big keyboard in size. So this is my current setup. I've got all my gear on my table here, and what I do is I put my keyboard on the X stand there and just slide it in and out the whole stand whenever I need to use it. And what's happened is it's dropped about 4 to 5 inches, even though I haven't adjusted any of the settings on the stand, and I'll show you why in a moment. But there's a few problems with this stand. I've had it a couple of years now. There's a few problems with this stand. That means even the slightest bit of movement on any of the parts there result in quite a significant drop, and it's actually about to go, so it needs to come out. I can't put it on a higher setting because the next highest setting is too high for the table completely, so unfortunately it's just no good to me anymore. So let me just take the keyboard out. Let me take the stand out. Let me show you what's wrong with this design of stand. Okay, let's get on with it. So this stand in particular is the KS2 Keyboard Stand from Duronic, and I've had it a few years now, like I say, and it's got this these adjustable positions on the stand where it depends on how much you've got the stand open or closed, high or low, and you drop this little stopper into the hole. So the first problem with these stands is that these positions, they're only on the one side of the stand, so because you can only change the position on this side, there's no bracing over the other side. So when you put your keyboard on the stand, this side holds, but the other side at the back seems to sort of tip slightly. And over the years, so over the last couple of years, the stopper that goes through and into that hole to hold the stand upright, the hole has got wider and wider and wider, and now it's resulted in a wobbly stand. Basically, it's not level anymore. The keyboard's not straight when it's on top. But the biggest problem with this stand is where this bolt goes through here. It's just tubular metal, and it's probably a millimetre thick, couple of millimetres thick. It's totally deformed because of this bolt, and I haven't tightened this bolt up or anything, and it's actually ripped the metal. So you probably can't see it on camera, but the metal here is actually bulged out and ripped, and it's all the way around. So I'd say within the next couple of days, if I just left it, the whole thing would just collapse. I mean, it seems like a good design, and it is. When you first put it in, it's fantastic, but after a little bit of time, you can just see how cheaply these are made. So I've had to order a new one because I don't want to have a mishap with my keyboard. So I've got the RockJam Z-frame heavy duty keyboard stand, and it's just arrived. So let's see if that one's any better, shall we? Right then, let's get this open and see what's in it. Okay, so that's the center brace that goes across the in between the two legs, and that's adjustable. So this, you can extend it, or I'm presuming you can do it by this, make it bigger or smaller. so you can pull it out or pull it in. So depending on how wide you want the stand set up, that's the adjuster there. This feels really solid actually, it feels really heavy, so that's quite nice. Just getting here. These are the legs. And again, these are just up and down. So you've got full height adjustment and full width adjustment as well. And I'm just hoping that this will fit under my desk, as it doesn't give you a minimum height, it only gives you the maximum height on the description. So let's give it a go. So also in the box we get, okay, they've also given us a, for some reason they give us some notes to stick on our keyboard. So added bonus there, you can peel those off and actually stick them to the keys on your keyboard, so you know if you're learning. That's pretty good, like that. And we've got just a little card there, not sure what that is. And the very simple, by the looks of it, instructions. And also, learn to play your piano free piano course. There you go, you get a little voucher there. That's good also. But I'm interested in this, so let's see how this goes together, shall we? I'll have to move the camera again, unfortunately, but let's see how this goes. So these side pieces, the legs on this, they adjust up and down, so you pull out the stopper and you can go higher or lower on both of them, and then they lock in place. But also on the bottom you've got feet, and you can raise or lower the height of the stand by just using the feet. That's pretty good, eh? It does feel really solid. I mean, the one I've just took out feels flimsy as paper. This feels pretty rock solid, to be honest. It's also got some anti-slide velcro-y stuff, well, foamy stuff on the top, so that your keyboard doesn't slide off. But it doesn't look like there's any anchors, you know, the straps that you get for your keyboard. There's none of that here. Now hopefully my keyboard's going to go on there, so we'll have to see. So this is looking pretty simple, to be honest. You don't really need instructions. Just make sure that when you put this together, the adjustable knobs are facing you, so you can just grab them if you ever need to. But it's as simple as putting this middle bit here and the other one on one end and this one on this end. And to do that, you just take out the screws that's already in the end. Pretty simple. There's a little washer there, so I presume that goes on the outside. There we go, one side done. Let's get the other one done. I actually think I put this on the wrong way around. I don't think it matters, but I'm going to follow exactly what it's got on the picture, so I'm just going to take that off and turn it round. That is really, really strong. You could have a barbecue and put your grill on there. That is pretty solid. So as you can see, the width of it, I'm just going to be in the way of this constantly, so forgive me for that. The width is quite small. I need it to be a lot wider because I've got an S88, so I'm going to just open it up by using the adjuster here. There you go, it's on the widest setting, it's on the lowest height. Tighten these up. And with a bit of luck, that will hold the weight of my keyboard, I'm pretty sure it will. But also, it'll slide under my desk. Let's give that a go. It's going to be tight. Oh yes! That's perfect! That is a damn good stand by the looks of it. The side legs are absolutely solid. They're tubular steel, but they're thicker than the one that I've taken out. That's a bit better. There's plenty of adjustment on it. If you look at the listing on Amazon, which I'll put in the link below, you'll see just how high this thing goes and how wide it goes at the maximum. But what it doesn't tell you is what the lowest level is when it's on the lowest one. So I'll measure that for you now. So from the floor with the feet on, we're at 22 inches. So the lowest setting you can have for this is 22 inches. So I'm going to get this all set up and make it look nice and pretty, plug everything back in, and that is a marked improvement on the one that I've taken out. No doubt, straight away I can see that, and you can just feel the extra strength in it. Where all the bolts go in, they've put some bracing in there, whereas on that one, the bolts just go through tubular steel. I don't even know if it's steel. And I presume if I was to tighten them bolts up, it would just split all of that metal apart, and it's doing it itself anyway. So that there is the RockJam Z-frame heavy duty keyboard stand, and I paid about £48 for it, and I got free delivery from Amazon, which is also brilliant. So let me get these set up and I'll just show you it all in and done. There you go. All done, simple to put together, absolutely no problem at all. If it was too high, I could always take the little feet off as well and just give it that little bit, you know, further down to the ground. But it is great. That is solid. That's a solidly built stand. You could have a party on that and it wouldn't collapse, I can tell you that now. It goes up pretty high as well, but if you check out the listing on Amazon, it tells you how high and stuff. So there you go. That's the RockJam Z-frame heavy duty stand, and I think that's going to be a great addition to my studio. It goes in perfectly. All right, I hope you like this one, and forgive the camera work. It's really tricky to do it in a small studio like this, but I thought I'd just go through that with you. Hope you liked it, and I will see you in the next video. All right, mate. See you in a bit. Bye.